Hello and welcome. This is Eagle Eye 621, and today we're going to be building this resource-friendly, fully automatic XP farm that you see behind me. Now, this XP farm will run 24 hours a day. If you plant this in your spawn chunks on a server, you do not need to be near it. You just need to make sure it's in the loaded chunk. And even though this farm is pretty small, it'll still generate 34,560 XP per real life day. That's enough to go from level 0 to level 30 about 25 times. So let's build it and I will show you how it works. These are the materials that you are going to need to build it. Now some of these are interchangeable and I will show you when we get to them. So let me just clone this up and get a bunch of these into my inventory so we can get started. And you're going to want to find a place that's not too close to you, because as you can tell, it's kind of annoying when you're close to it when you can hear the pistons. So just find a place that's still comfortably within your loaded chunk range, or put them in your spawn chunks, and then let's get started. And you can get started by planting down a double chest, and then take some hoppers and face those hoppers going into that chest. You're going to want to make 4 of them. And then we can get our furnaces, and we're going to put our furnaces on top of those hoppers, and then back to the hoppers, and we're going to put 4 of them facing in, and you can see we need to face them into those furnaces, as well as 4 on top. Then we can take some solid blocks. These are blocks that you can change. They just need to be solid blocks as a placeholder to put in front. And we're going to put them in front over here as well. And we are also going to add them right in front of these hoppers. And we can take some redstone and get started by putting 4 pieces of dust on top of these. These do have to be solid blocks. They can't be glass, but you can use a different solid block if you want. And let's get a lever. We can put it there. That's going to be how we get the XP. And I'll show you how that works in a bit. And we're going to take our glass panes. You can use iron fence gates if you want. These are just items that will block the water. And then we'll take back our chests again. And we're going to want to put chests next to, this is going to be a little tricky, next to this. And make sure this is double chest. It does have to be a double chest in order to line up the items. And I will show you how that works again when we're done. And you put that on both sides. And we can grab some more temporary blocks in front of it. And we want to make sure that goes out 3. And we want to have some blocks on either side of that as well. And we're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. Again, these blocks can be different. They don't have to be the stone. But you do want to make sure they're solid blocks so that they can contain the items. And again, we want to make sure that we do come out 3 from this chest as well. And then across to be lined up over there. We're going to get some half slabs, and this is another one you can change out. You can use solid blocks if you want. We just want to be able to put them next to this block over here. And we're going to want to do that again underneath on this side. And, excuse me, I put that up one too high so that we can slap a sand block on top of those. We're going to put some cactus on there in a little bit. And we can go back here and we can start to make our 0-tick machines, which are going to power this. And these are these machines that are flashing over here. It does mean this is specifically for Java. If you're playing on Bedrock, this is not going to work. So we're going to go 1. And then 1 more on either side, break that one, and then 1 up. And then we can put some redstone dust on top of here. Let's grab some sticky pistons, and these do have to be sticky pistons. Regular pistons will not work. And we face them in on both sides like that. We can get our lever again, as well as some redstone torches. And the torches go on either side of this block. And then we're going to take our lever and we're going to put it on that block, and we're going to activate it now to turn both of these off so they don't fire until we're ready for them. And then we can get some regular pistons. Now, these can be sticky pistons if you want, but since this is a more resource-friendly version, regular pistons are definitely more resource-friendly, and face them so they're going over the sticky piston. Now, you may be able to save on some of these pistons, and you'll see that when we turn this machine on in a second. And then we can add the sand as well. So put one sand in the middle and one sand on either side, and we can see if this is working. And this is how it should look in terms of being resource friendly. If any of these pistons are not moving while the machine is working, then you can actually break those pistons and the machine will continue to work. You add both of them because it's somewhat locational as to which ones will work, but you do need at least one firing over each sticky piston. We can turn that back off, and let's get some observers out. This is going to be the most difficult thing for you to get for your early game build, because you're going to need to go to the nether to get some of the quartz, or you can have a villager trader set up and get it that way. Put a solid block on top. Again, it can be any solid block, but it does have to be solid. Something like glass won't work. And then attach a piston there, and you'll see that now we have our harvesting mechanism set up. So that's good. And you can see that as this is the side coming from above, this is where the cactus is going to go. Now on the bamboo side, we're actually going to drop down a little bit more because we're going to want our sand block to be right here. So this is going to be this block right here. So again, we're going to come up and out as such. And I don't know why I did that twice. And then we're basically going to mirror what we had on the other side. We can put some redstone dust down here. We can get our sticky pistons facing inward. We're going to put our torches on either side of this block. Going to get the lever and turn it on, and then we can add some sand and get our regular pistons to face over and under, and again, clearing away some area, and over again. And now we can see this does work. And we can also see that this piston right here is not firing, so we can break that. If you want to experiment, you can punch one of these and see if it'll work, and see if that works. And good. So now we've saved 4 pistons, one from either side. This is going to be the bamboo side, but we're going to take some glass first, and this again you can change for any other solid block, just to try and make sure that the bamboo properly goes into the water streams that we'll set up. Of course, we need to make sure that we have the harvester in place first. So we're going to add the observer with a solid block and then a piston. Now we're also going to add a torch here, and this is somewhat preventative. If you end up building this underground or over it, you need to make sure that the bamboo has enough light in order to grow. So we can put the bamboo in, and do make sure to grow this one additional stage so it looks like a stick, not like you just planted it. And then we can put our guiding blocks in place to make sure that it properly does go into the water streams, which we can also put in place and will happen to match up perfectly with the end over here. Now we can do the same thing on the cactus side. So let's add some cactus. And then again, we're going to want to add some blocks to make sure that when the cactus is harvested, it will go where we would like it to go, which is into this water stream, which will also line up perfectly. Now we want to add some cactus here, and that will destroy the overflow items if there are any, And you can let the cactus grow if you want to, or you can block it. This is more of an aesthetic issue. And already we are ready. So we're going to turn the cactus on, and you will see the cactus will get pushed into the water stream. This double chest makes sure that the item is lined up with the hopper to go in. And we can also turn on the bamboo, which does the same thing on the other side. The bamboo acts as a fuel, and the cactus burns it. Now you will see only one of these furnaces turn on. You do need to wait until one of the hoppers overflows. So as soon as this fills up, then you will see the hoppers start to fill up, and once these hoppers fill up, it will move over into the next furnace. So just give it some time. You'll be able to see your output coming in here. Do keep in mind that because this is a manual system, it just has a chest right here. You will have to empty this. If this fills all the way up, it'll back up into the hoppers, and you will start to back up into the furnaces and turn them off. And later on, you can come back and add an auto dispenser, as you've seen with my small fully automatic XP farm, to make it completely 100% automatic with no player interaction involved at all. And now you can go about and build in the rest of your world, and this will be generating your XP as you just wait for it. And to see how this works, we're going to go over here and look at this one, and I'm going to go into survival mode. And the redstone dust right here acts to lock these hoppers. So you can see as soon as a die is produced, it will get instantly sucked up by the hopper, which makes it difficult to grab it for your XP purposes. But if we lock this hopper, turn on the dust, that does lock the hopper, and you will see the green die stays in all of them. So when you're ready for that XP, you can come in and grab the die, and very quickly gain a lot of experience. Be sure to turn this back off to unlock these hoppers and allow the die to go back into the chest. Now again, this is for Java. Cactus is given unusually high amount of XP. It's 1 XP per die, so you can use this chest as a counter to tell you exactly how much XP is in there. Do keep in mind again that XP is not the same as levels. The higher level you are, the more XP it takes to go to the next one. Now you just go about your normal world and build your own stuff, and when you're ready to enchant something or you want to use an anvil, you walk on over to your XP farm and you take that XP. Now if you do have some crops from other sources, you can prime the system, or this will work and overflow on its own. These particular modules will generate a surplus on these 4 furnaces, which is what the cactus is here for, is to destroy that slight surplus. It has a deficit on 5, so it's not worth adding here, unlike in that small design where you do have a buffer overflow chest. If you're interested in some additional XP or faster XP, then you can check out the 18,000 XP for hour one, which is a much bigger version of this concept. I hope you found this helpful, and if you do, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like, and be sure to subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for stopping by.